Hello, everybody. This is Christy with Funky Junk Inspirations, and this is a recording for ornament number 4 for November 4th. Um, this one's going to be a little bit bigger of an ornament. We're going to use this little palette right here for a background. I'm going to paint it white. The reason I'm going to paint it white is because we're going to cover this with tissue paper. Now, I'm not going to worry about trying to get every single spot covered on the white because we are covering it with, like I said, the tissue paper. So I'm just doing that so that it pops a little bit. And what we could do is we could do the iron-on method, or however you like doing your projects when you're doing tissue paper. I am just going to put it on there, and if it's crooked, it's crooked. That doesn't bother me in the least bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do my sides here because I went over a little bit just to do that. And while this dries, we are going, well, we got one more thing to paint white real quick. Got that. And then I have this sweet little snowflake right there that's going to end up being the top of our Christmas tree. So I'm just going to get a makeup wedge. I'm going to dab that off a little bit, and I'm just going to cover this in white. Now you could go to the make it, put some diamond dust on it or some glitter if you'd like, but I'm not going to. So we're going to let that sit there for right now. So what we need to do this is we need 4 kind of like a bow with our jute, and we want them to get bigger as they go down. So the first one we're going to make, I'm going to use 2 fingers. I'm going to pull them a little bit apart. I'm going to go around. I want them to be about the same. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 6 times around right there. And then I'm going to just wrap this like this right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is what we could do is we could tie this, but what I'm going to do, if I can get this open, I'm just going to cut this right here. I'm just going to take a little bit of my hot glue, and I'm just going to glue it down. I'm just going to make it a little bit easier rather than trying to tie that little spot. Now I need something. I'm going to use this paintbrush just so I don't burn my fingers. Right there. Now, if that glue shows a little bit, then we'll just heat it up and get it off of there. But I think it's going to be okay. All right. So there is that one. All right. Let's go to the next one. We want it a little bigger, so we'll just use our 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we did 6 or 7. I can't remember now. Already forgotten. Okay, but see, that one's going to be just a little bit bigger. Going a little bit bigger than that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then I'm going to wrap this around a few times like that. And then we're going to cut it. We're going to put some hot glue on here, just like this, right here. And again, I'm going to take my paintbrush and roll that up into the glue so that it stays just like that. Oops, there we go. Woo, just like that. If that one doesn't stay, we'll re-glue it, but right now I think it's going to work. Okay, so now we have that one and then that one. We want to go a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 fingers this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to pinch this together like that. Oh my goodness. Go around this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Looks like a good number. Oops. There we go. A little bit more hot glue. There. Just like that. Okay. So now we have 3 There, we'll fluff them up a little bit when they get a little drier. Now we want to make quite a bit bigger than that. So I'm going to use all 4, but I'm going to kind of spread my fingers out a little bit. Let's see, that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Oh, don't want to cut it yet. We want to wrap the center right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that. Cut this. I'm going to put that right there. Again, use my paintbrush. Hold that up on there like that. Okay. So we're kind of making a little bit of like a primitive, like Christmas tree, so it's going to be, it's got the jute on there. So the base of our tree, don't let it stick to our, look at that, it's stuck to the table. Let's set those over there. This is going to be the base of our Christmas tree right here. Okay. So we're going to put that on there. All right. This is what it's going to end up looking like. Let me show you real quick here. Like this on here. Okay. And then we will have our little snowflake at the top. Okay. So I need to cut this thing. All right. So I'm just going to kind of guess, and I'm just going to I'm just cutting. Okay. I'm not like trying to make it be perfect or exact, but I'm just kind of putting in, it's going to be covered up. You guys see that? Okay. I just want it to fit on here a little bit better. I'm going to go a little bit smaller here. Now I could go around and turn it into how the other end is, but that's not real good either. But that's okay, because see, that's going to cover that up. You're not going to see that. All right. That's going to cover. Actually, what we could do is we could do it like this. And on this bottom part here, we'll just kind of, I don't know if that, no, we'll just do it this way. Actually, I'm going to just make it kind of a point like that. That way it don't look quite so crazy. Okay. Now down here, we could have kind of a base, like I said, with this. I don't know if we'll do that or not. But until then, I want to take this, and instead of getting out my stuff, my antiquing wax, I am just going to cheat, because it's just this piece right here, and I just want to darken it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to take my ink and put it on there. All right, so now we have all that. I feel like this is pretty dry. So let's take our, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down like this. All right, just like that. Now that's how we're going to put it on. I'm all over the place, you guys. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to just use this Mod Podge, and the only reason I'm using this Mod Podge is because it's open, and I kind of want to get it used up. All right, so let's grab our Mod Podge brush right here, and let's just put some Mod Podge on these slats right here. I don't feel like my paint is completely dry, but that's okay. It'll be, I don't think that's going to hurt anything. Put that over there. Now this Mod Podge is gloss Mod Podge, so it's going to be a little bit shiny when you're putting it on and when you're done with it. Because we'll put a coat over the top real quick before we get finished. Here we go, like that right there. Okay, I'm going to pull this down here, and I'm just going to lay this on top. Just like that. Okay, now I picked up this, the reason I'm using this tissue paper is, first of all, I think it's very pretty, and it's red and white. And the fact that it's not Christmas, I don't think you're going to notice. Now, if you have some like Christmas trees or some sort of Christmas background tissue paper or a napkin, or you can even just paint this if you wanted to. But I thought this would be kind of pretty because it makes me think, this red medallion makes me think of a bandana. And when I think of a bandana, that also makes me think of things that are a little bit primitive. So that's why I wanted to use this tissue paper. I got this tissue paper from my mystery box that I get from Jumping Craft Treasures every month. So, and I'm not sure where she got it from. She always sends the prettiest tissue paper. So I'm going to dry this a little bit because we're going to sand it. Okay, now it's going to be a little harder to see if it's dry because this is gloss. See, it's gloss Mod Podge. So it's shiny. We're used to looking for it to not be shiny anymore. And that's how we know that it's dry. But if it's already shiny, it's a little hard to do that. Now I'm just going to sand that off right there. I'm going to get this big piece out of my way. And I'm going to save that for later, because I'm sure we'll have some more projects to do that with. Okay, now I'm just going to sand these edges off right along here, just like this. Now, to get down in these little center pieces here, like there, before I start sanding, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to kind of cut through that tissue paper. And I can even go right up to the edge there and try to get some of it off. And if I tear it like I just did there, I'm okay. That's not going to bother me if it's torn a little bit and there's some spots that might be the wood showing again. That's going to be all right. All right. So now I'm going to take my sandpaper and I'm just going to kind of go right along there and try to get that in there. Now you might have to see how it just kind of comes out. Sometimes you got to pick it out of there a little bit, but see how I tore that down there? That's okay. It's okay, guys. We don't, if you're new to my page, you're new to watching me do things, we don't sweat the small stuff. Life is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So if you like watching real life stuff, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, because if we mess up, you're going to see it, and we're going to just go from there and learn from there. I'm not going to edit it out of my video and stuff, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now see how that's got some pieces in there? I'm just going to take this paint, anything you got, and just kind of scoop those out of there. See that? See how easy that is? It's so easy to scoop all that out of there. No big deal. All right, so now we have this cool looking little palette. Oh, that's stuck to the thing. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and take some more distressing ink, okay, and we're going to go on these edges here, because of course we want it to look, you know, antiqued, like it's been around for a little bit. See how that's different? See how it looks different? That's why I'm doing it. Okay. I'm even just going to kind of go over the whole thing a little bit. I mean, why the heck not, right? Oh, let's get our little snowflake here. You don't have to use a snowflake. You can use any type of thing that might be on the top of a Christmas tree. Whatever you feel like using, I would use. Okay, so now we need to put that on there. Let's lay everything out and see how we're doing on how everything's going to look on here. I think this is going to be just cute as a button. Right like that. And then we can put our snowflake right there. What do you guys think? Isn't that going to be cute? I think it's going to be really cute. Now, again, you could put some jute down here if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to leave it alone rather than just keep adding more stuff to it. Now, since I'm putting it in the middle, I can't put my glue down the middle. I've got to put my glue over here to the sides. So don't put a bunch on so it doesn't seep through. Just kind of put a small bead along your outside edges there, just like that. Right like that. Okay. Da-da-da. And if it's not straight, it's okay. Remember, it's primitive. It's primitive. All right, so let's lay this all back on here. About like this here. Okay, so let's put our little star up here. Now I'm going to use my, my stick fast right up here because I don't have a whole lot to glue onto. So I'm just going to go here, here, and out right there. Whoops, right there. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of glue it to there. That'll be permanent. I could have used the stick fast for everything, really, to be honest. Now I'm going to cut this off because it's kind of creepy sticking out there. I'm going to start at the top, and we're just going to put a blob of glue and stick one of our little jute crazy things. Now you can spread these out if you want to, fluff them up a little bit. You could probably even cut them if you wanted to. That might be kind of cute. But we'll go to number 2 here and just kind of put that on there, kind of smashing it down a little bit. Okay, and then here's number 3 right there. And here's number 4. Now this ornament, per se, it could be an ornament. You could stick it on your tiered tray if you wanted to. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you think this would look good at. But I think it looks like it's just something fun. Now, if I was going to hang it on my tree, I would flip this over. And do you know what we could do? Is we could just go right down in here like this and tie a knot right here like that. Okay, and then get you another piece over here and just go right up through here like this, and then we'll have a little hanger. Okay, and then we'll have a little hanger for our ornament right here. Alrighty, so just like that. Now we've got a hanger for our ornament. See, isn't that cute? All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow for ornament number, let's see, I think it's 5, ornament number 5, you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.